Pretty much when I tackle a project, I try and just think about one thing at a time. If you tend to think about all the stuff you got in front of you, you get kind of lost in it. But if you tackle one thing, like the chain guard or the brake stay or just one simple thing at a time, and you give yourself time to actually think about how it's going to go together, I think that's really important. Otherwise you get a bit overwhelmed with everything, It's a task, it's really enjoyable when you like standing back and looking at what you've done, but when you're actually doing it, you're just on it, you're just trying to make it happen and trying not to mess things up, and you might mess it up 2 or 3 times, and then you've just got to have that resilience to keep at it, to realise that you don't know everything. I think I bought this bike in about 2007, or the start of this bike anyway. It was a bike that I rode around for years on and met a lot of good friends through riding this bike, I suppose, or through getting into the whole culture of these old motorcycles. I knew that I wanted to do something really 60s with this bike, like 60s style. A lot of chrome, nice paint, pretty neat. And there's a builder from Boise, Idaho, Todd from Small City Cycles. I've always really liked his stuff, always studied his bikes. So I figured I'd go down that path. So yeah, started pulling it all down and just starting the whole process. I built it over a period of about 4 or 5 months, just every night in the shed. Boogaloo in mind. Yeah, it's always a good motivator to get it done by a show. You give it your all to do it, I suppose. I put it all together within about 4 months. Assembly was about 2 weeks prior to the Boogaloo. I was still messing things up the night before the Boogaloo and gave it a shakedown run at 6 a.m. around the streets of Brunswick West the day of the Boogaloo, the morning, and then put on a trailer and took it up to the Boog from there. So it was pretty testing, to say the least. I was pretty exhausted by the end of it, but I was just stoked to get it done. And as I said before, if you've got resilience and you're focused, then you can do what you want to do. After completing it, taking it to the Boog, I kind of just put it in the corner and just left it alone for quite some time. I was doing other things, have a lot of stuff going on, so riding it recently, it's just totally re-sparked. It's like you realise that you've got this bike in your garage that you haven't really looked at for 12 months, so you can get out and really start to enjoy it, and that's pretty damn cool. met so many good people out of motorcycles, hot rods and custom cars that it's a pretty kick-ass community. It's always changing, there's always new things being built, people are always being inspired by their friends. Being able to ride on your own and get that freedom, and also being able to ride with all your friends, so it's good for your friendships as well.